queen. Can you introduce yourself to us, please?
My name is CJ Erickson. I am a new join to the family. I am going to be in the category of figure, definitely. And yeah, I'm excited for this new journey. My first show will be in September with Team USA.
Yes,
so
yes.
It'll be exciting.
Ooh, all right, before we go into all that, how was your journey all the way to joining the royal family from the prep course? How was that for you?
It was good. So I had thought about joining the prep course before in January, but I was going on a lot of field ops for the first part of the year, so I got delayed a little bit. But once I actually got on and I started training, I love the camaraderie between everyone and the family and how tight we were together. And it was crazy how I think that for myself, I was surprised of how fast I was able to actually join the actual team.
Yeah.
So that was definitely pretty cool for me.
Nice. So who was CJ before even joining the prep course, the royal family?
So I would say before the Marine Corps, very outgoing, very ambitious, had a lot of ambition.
Yes.
Definitely confident. I will say though, once I did join, I actually was sexually assaulted last year, and that took a toll, I think, a lot on my mental health. And how I viewed myself for a really long time, I would like to say. But I had the right resources and I started getting stronger again. And one of the main reasons why my goal this year was to perform was because I wanted to show myself that I was still that confident young girl that I could have been. And that just because that happened to me, it doesn't dictate like who I am or what I stand for. And just that at the end of the day, like getting on there and wearing a bikini and being able to be judged by others and things like that, like I think it's just going to be a level of pride that I'm going to have when I step on stage. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to join the family in the first place.
Wow. And how was that journey? Again, I mean, I did ask that from the beginning, but the journal entry during the prep course, how has that helped you to become who you are right now?
It has opened, I think it has forced me to be honest with myself, which is something that I have avoided for a while. I have made a lot of excuses to what had happened to me, to why I wasn't where I wanted to be, playing victim, I think, a lot too, just not realizing that there was a lot of work that needed to be done in here. And those journal entries forced me to write it out on paper and look at it and be like, okay, let's be honest. Like, this is what you're going through. This is the struggles. Like, focus on that. And I think pinpointing exactly what needed to be done for me mentally, emotionally, even spiritually, it was that confidence, that boost to be like, it's time to get up, it's time to work, So,
yeah. Wow.
Definitely.
Thank you very much for sharing that. That is powerful. And then getting the support you get from the royal family, joining the main family, how was that? You just joined yesterday, but how was that?
Yes, well, I think part of me was already, I guess, what's the right word? I mean, excited, I had so much energy, I think, already from the start, but going even Saturday and just seeing, because I was able to get to go to the show, thankfully, and just being a part of that and just being able to scream and look left and right and realize, like, everyone's screaming with me, and then just, like, this whole, like, just ball of fun and exciting energy was just so great. So yesterday, when I did get to actually be a part of the main team, it was so welcoming, and it genuinely, like, made me feel like finally I have this home that I can actually call a home, and family that I can call a family. So it was almost like completing what I needed in life. So
wow.
Yeah.
We can tell, man, the energy. I mean, just like the conversation we had, I'm like, man, you are good. Like, you're posing, teamwork, everything, you are good, right? So, looking forward to your show, like, what are we expecting and how is that preparation going along for you?
So for me right now, it's definitely, I think, targeting those main muscle groups that are a little bit lacking than others. Definitely, I think for me, just building that confidence.
Yes.
I think getting comfortable and not being so shy, I guess, when I walk, and just being proud of the woman that I am today and how far I've come. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for me to conquer once time for show comes. So
yes, wow,
definitely.
Yeah, we know you will, we will. And then, another question I definitely need to ask is, being a Marine, being an individual, everything, how are you able to maintain balance in just your work life, every single thing to, leading up to the show for September coming up?
So thankfully, my job, my MOS, is it's a combat support group. So my higher-ups are very big on physical activity. So when I came to them with the idea of, would this be possible of me doing this, they were all so supportive. So they gave me the time on Tuesdays and Fridays to be with the team and really do that, like those type of things. And I think it's just overall having their support as well as the royal family and understanding that, like, I can do both, but also my personal life is kind of bodybuilding already. So it kind of all works out because that's what I like to do anyway. So it just gives me a little bit more time almost to enjoy my personal life and take a break from that Marine side. Even though I love it, it's a little bit, gets to be a little too much sometimes. I will get to say too, like, so I go on deployment in November, and a big challenge for me was being able to work in the shows while training up for my deployment. But like I said, the support of my chain of command was like, we're gonna make it happen for you. Because if it's that important, it looks good, and it's not like you're sitting around doing nothing. So let's do it. Like, there you go. So that's how I've been able to balance it. And journal entries. So,
journal entries. That is good.
The journal entries for sure.
Wow. Okay, if there's one significant journal entry that, that stood out to you, which one would that be? Why?
I think it was the self-respect one. It was one of the very first ones because it was like I said, it was making me open up to myself, be honest. And I won't lie, I got emotional because when I look back, I was almost disappointed in how I viewed myself in the past couple months, past year. And it was just like, stop. Like, I had to stop that day. And I was like, listen, like, you're seeing it on paper. You need that self-respect. You need that, that self-confidence, like that discipline, like go do it, go get it. Like, stop acting like a victim. It's time to own up to everything, whether it's your fault or not. Forgive yourself and earn that self-respect back. And it was like that journal entry was able for me to really get vulnerable with myself.
Wow, that is powerful. Thank you very much for sharing that. Yes, you're right. Self-respect, like Myra said, right? You got to stop bullying yourself, and you deserve all the best in the world, right? You got to treat yourself that way. Thank you very much for that. And then lastly, before we call this a wrap, any word of advice you have to anyone listening and watching this right now, what would that be?
I think for the people out there who have faced some trauma or are dealing with that to this day, it does get easier in time. It is a big challenge, but you're not alone, and there's a shit ton of support out there, especially for people who, I would say female Marines. I think that's a big one in this day and age, but just going out there and not being scared of asking for help, and accepting the faults that had happened, moving forward and finding those things like bodybuilding or any hobby you can that make you feel like yourself again.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much for that.
No problem.
Thank you very much for that. And we'll look forward to you stepping on stage in September for the Team USA.
Yeah.
Woo. Like, it's going to be amazing. We'll definitely know that.
So excited.
Look forward to it. Thank you very much. We'll see you after the show for the post-show interview.
Yeah.